Without further ado, I am honored to introduce our keynote speaker, Dato Azman Mahmud. He has served in the Malaysian Investment Development Authority for almost 3 decades, and he is currently the Chief Executive Officer of MIDA. Under Dato Azman's leadership, MIDA has been instrumental in attracting investments into the country, building a comprehensive overall ecosystem for sustainable long-term growth for businesses. Dato Azman is also actively re-engineering MIDA's business processes to keep up with the agile ways of working through digitalisation. In his opening keynote, you will learn how our government is enabling industry players like yourself as the ultimate drivers to move the country forward. Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker, Dato Azman Mahmud.
Thank you, Myra. Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure today to address distinguished business leaders at the CXO 2020 virtual conference. The theme of this conference, Engineering X Factor in the Age of Disruption, fits perfectly with MIDA's ongoing effort to drive Malaysia's digital and industrial agenda forward. I would like to thank the team at the Star Media Group for organizing this long-awaited dialogue despite the extraordinary circumstances that we find ourselves in. The pandemic has compelled some of us to work and live within the confines of our own homes, using online services in everything from getting groceries, completing classes to medical consultations, and boardroom meetings. Businesses are under pressure to adapt quickly to this new normal, and it has accelerated the need for us to leverage digital technologies to develop better business practices and approaches. While this shift is inevitable, I believe all of us have the capacity to rise beyond and move forward on all fronts. Digitalization and automation provides huge opportunities in enabling businesses to become more resilient and competitive. I trust that CXO 2020 will be a beneficial platform in bringing you insights to set attainable action plans towards achieving your business goals. Ladies and gentlemen, as the nation's principal investment promotion and development authority with 53 years of experience in driving Malaysia's investment agenda, MIDA is fully aware that the future is not just shaped by the flow of goods and money from producers to suppliers. There is a consensus that Industry 4.0 provides unlimited opportunities to overcome challenges and bring businesses forward. This is even more apparent given the shift in consumer behavior, business models, new regulations, and supply chain disruptions brought upon by the COVID-19 pandemic. Companies that prioritize on optimizing their operations and innovating their products and services to offer new value to their customers will end up becoming true winners. Specifically, it is exciting to see a new generation of business leaders that have emerged to seize the advantage of low-touch economy, leveraging upon the forced reset of our society to drive new marketplace expectations such as online business meetings, manufacturing of digital products, contactless payments, surveillance and tracking, as well as digital marketing and after sales. Leading by example, MIDA has been aggressively rolling out agile ways of working, particularly by providing more digital services to ease business processes for our stakeholders. This will also enable maximum flexibility and minimum constraints by optimizing performance and to do the work at our best. Just last month, we updated our online module for customs, duties, exemptions applications, or better known as JPC Online Application Module. We have also launched an e-manufacturing license module. The automation of these operations will significantly reduce the processing period for investors, enabling them to focus and prioritize on implementing their projects in Malaysia. Essentially, we want to support businesses in redirecting their resources to be more innovative and productive. Ladies and gentlemen, being open to new technologies and practices is a critical competitive differentiator. Businesses not only need to be agile, but they also need to have the foresight to overcome challenges and seize opportunities in today's environment of disruptive technologies and innovation. However, many are unsure of how or where to begin their venture. The government has introduced the Automation Capital Allowance since 2015 to assist manufacturing companies to accelerate the adoption of automation. The incentive, which will expire by 31st December 2023, has now been expanded to include the services sector. As of 23rd July 2020, MIDA has approved a total of 292 applications for Automation Capital Allowance. Based on the impact analysis of 245 projects approved as of December 2019, those companies had invested more than 430 million ringgit in automation machinery and equipment. As a result of these investments, companies reported cost savings due to the reduction of over 3,600 unskilled workers and contributed an average of 180% improvement in production volume. Clearly, automation can bring numerous benefits to companies. We encourage more companies to take advantage of this incentive and scale up your business processes. Furthermore, it will also bring higher value to companies to develop an overall strategy that can achieve a sustainable impact for your organization. Malaysia's industry forward policy is an excellent guide in this regard. Through its industry forward readiness assessment and subsequent intervention fund, the government hopes to help firms assess their capabilities and readiness to adopt Industry 4.0 technologies and processes, understand their present capabilities and gaps, as well as prepare feasible strategies and plans to move forward or move towards effective adoption of Industry 4.0. This represents the first step to ensure companies in Malaysia are in line with the rapidly changing technological landscape while developing new areas of growth. Nonetheless, strategic cooperation is vital to ensure the best success in medium to long term. On 21st May this year, MIDA launched Malaysia's Lighthouse program. Lighthouses refer to industry players that have taken smart manufacturing technology from pilot to integration at scale, thus achieving significant financial and operational benefits. These lighthouses act as beacons to guide the supply chain and others that are still looking to apply technologies like artificial intelligence, additive manufacturing, and advanced analytics, as well as overcome challenges in upgrading existing production systems. This bold and proactive approach will be instrumental in driving our nation's industry forward initiatives towards reality, particularly by supporting existing companies from various industrial sectors to transform and emerge as lighthouses, and ultimately repositioning Malaysia to be among the top global manufacturing nations. I am happy to share that the Lighthouse onboarding program is now open for registration. To date, we have received interest from 53 companies, whereby 16 of them have submitted application. These companies are well represented from various industries such as chemical, electrical and electronics, machinery, food, healthcare, transport, as well as oil and gas. Going forward, MIDA envisions more local companies to be integrated into the wider value chain operations network by embracing agile working mode, big data, decision making, and dynamic customer connectivity solution. This push towards innovation and operational efficiency will benefit Malaysia's economic ecosystem as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to adapt to changes to remain relevant. Technology megatrends like automation and digitalisation are here to stay. The only way to go is forward. And the government wants to ensure that Malaysia's business ecosystem moves as smoothly as possible in adopting the fourth industrial revolution. It must not only be competitive and progressive, but inclusive and sustainable as well. Workers must benefit from the new opportunities that industry transformation brings. To achieve this, our workforce needs to be developed together with the transformation of our industries. We will need concerted efforts from all parties, including leaders from public and private sectors, in building a future-proof workforce. This can be driven by initiatives undertaken in collaboration with the industry, such as retooling the education system and investing further in training. The government is also committed in helping all levels of workforce to adapt and grow. The National Short-Term Economic Recovery Plan, or well known as PENJANA, offers various related allocations such as 2 billion for reskilling and upskilling programs for the youth and unemployed workers, providing one-to-one matching fund of 250 million ringgit to co-fund, place and train as well, undertaking public-private collaborations on upskilling in sectors such as E&E and ICT for key investors. By investing time and effort in upgrading our talent pool, it will only create win-win outcomes for all of us as Malaysia becomes a more fertile ground for companies to grow and increase in competitiveness to meet future challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, grand visions will only remain a vision if no actions are taken. Let us make hay while the sun shines and take advantage of the opportunities that arise in this present situation. Use this time to identify best practices and implement what works in your favor to take your business to greater heights. Embrace the inevitable and rise as leaders of tomorrow. Someone's going to do it, why not you? Automation and digitalisation can work, and it is up to us to find ways in bringing maximum value to our stakeholders, our organizations, and the economy. MIDA is ever ready to provide the necessary support to improve the adoption of the industry-forward initiatives towards enabling the business environment in Malaysia to be more productive, efficient, and competitive. With that, I wish everyone a successful conference ahead, and thank you.